Shalom. First and foremost, all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai.
All right, double honors to the apostles and salutations to you brothers doing this thing in sincerity and truth and with charity. All right, this is an episode of The Spirit is Like the Wind, episode 56, I believe. All right, and we're gonna hop right into it, man. Hey, we're gonna flip or whatever, and just open forum basically, man. Shit, you got something else? She already home or something.
It was Ecclesiastes 4 and 11.
39.
Oh, 9? All right. It says, two are better than one because they have a good reward for their labor. For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow.
God. And so it's better to, to have brethren, this thing, man. Help correct one another, keep you from stumbling. If you go off with this, no, that's not it. This is the right way, man. To show you that love, to keep you going on the right way, man. All right?
But woe to him that is alone when he falleth, for he hath not another to help him.
God. And so it says, woe to him that falleth by himself, man, which is self-explanatory. If you got somebody, you got to help. If you don't got nobody, you just fall, and that's it. Keep going.
Again, if two lie together, then they have heat.
Hey, brothers keep each other on fire, man. It wasn't saying Proverbs. Iron sharpening
together. Then
all right, let's get that. Because it says two lie together, then they have heat, man. And what's the heat, man? It said we're supposed to be first in the spirit. So the brother keep each other on point. The brother keep each other going, man. All right. You got
it's Hebrews 10 and 24. It say, and let us consider one another to provoke.
Start at one verse.
This Hebrews 10 and 23. Let us hold fast that profess of our faith without wavering, for he is faithful that promised.
Right. So we gotta push this word out there, man. All right, hold fast to our profession, the thing that which we profess. Teaching this truth, man. He said hold fast to it. All right, knowing that Yahweh Shai is going to perform his word, man. He is going to deliver us.
And verse 24, and let us consider one another to provoke and to love and to good works.
So we should be provoking one another, man. Keep each other on fire, man. All right, like it says, that godly jealousy, man. Keep each other going, man. Being there for one another, chastising each other. All right. We get
it say, not forsaking the assembly of ourselves together, as the matter of some is, but exhorting one another, and so much the more as you see the days approaching.
So it says assembling together, man. It says, how can you have warfare? That's two lie together. All right. It's not this truth called that rest. All right, we on that couch, lying on that bed. So we got to keep each other warm, man. And the more we see this day approaching, and the more we got to be dealing with each other, man. Keep each other on fire, keep each other going. Because that's a big part of that decree Apostle Hart put out there. He did put it out, through 3 sit-downs, do 3 sit-downs a week. But what a lot of, some brothers missed was something very important. He said, you see a brother, that maybe he can't do it. You pull that brother up to your side, man. You have him come read for you during them sit-downs. You got to keep that fire going on him. All right? We warm each other up, man. We get each other going.
It's like coals. You if you take a live coal and put it on coals that ain't burning, it's gonna heat up the rest of those coals. But if you take one of those coals that's on fire and you go put it by itself, it's gonna eventually cool off.
Yeah, it's gonna cool a while.
All right, this back at Ecclesiastes 4 and 10. For if they fall, 11. Again, This Ecclesiastes 4:11. Again, if two lie together, then they have heat. But how can one be warm alone? You know what I'm saying? Just like the brother used with the coals and stuff like that. After a while, the coal being alone and stuff like that, it's going to cool off. It's going to get cold, man. And then it's just going to be cast to the side, you know? Verse 12. And if one prevail against him, two shall withstand him. And a threefold, that's threefold. Yeah, threefold cord is not quickly broken.
Right. And what I like to use the example of the sticks from Planet of the Apes, man. He took the one stick, he broke it. Then you put the sticks together, man. It's hard to break. Like paper is easy to tear paper with the greatest of ease. But you put together a phone book, put them pages together. Now try tearing that up, man. All right, so a threefold cord is not quickly broken, man. All right, we need each other, man. We build each other up. We keep each other going. All right, this is Proverbs 27:17. Iron sharpeneth iron, so a man sharpens the countenance of his friend. All right, we build each other up, man. We 2 Timothy 3:16, man. All right. In fact, I'm gonna get it.
I was gonna get it for you, but go ahead.
Well, you can read this over.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. This 2 Timothy 3:16. All scripture is given by inspiration of Yahweh. It is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instruction.
So I can start at 14.
This 2 Timothy, chapter 3, verse 14. But continue thou in the things which thou hast learned and has been assured of, knowing of whom thou hast learned them.
Right, and so you gotta be taught. So man, we gotta keep, like you said, man. When you first wake up to this truth, and you that cold, you just get tossed in with the rest of the colds, man. All right. So now you being taught. All right, you being sharpened. A man sharpen the countenance of his friend. It tells you in Sirach, he that is a friend will guide his friendship aright. And you look up in Proverbs, he that is have friends will be friendly. That word is I think it's ra'ah, something close to that, man. Salaki, I can't remember the actual Hebrew word, but it's we going to it. It's to feed, to shepherd, to lead, to be a pastor, man. We gotta build each other up, keep each other from falling. All right, give each other this truth, teaching one another, calling each other's side, man, provoking to good works, assembling together. All right, go ahead.
It says, verse 15, in that from a child thou hast known the holy scriptures, which are able to make thee wise unto salvation through faith, which is in Hamashiach Yahushua.
Right, so this is the biggest pickup from falling, like I said, a second person to pick them up. This is a pickup to salvation, man. All right, what did King David say? Let the righteous smite me. All right, there'll be an ointment, man. So that's we need each other for that, man. All right, to correct one another, man. So hey, like Sirach says, man, who's gonna put that bind on my mind, man, on my thoughts? We need one another, man. Sirach 23rd chapter.
Verse 16. All scripture is given by inspiration of Yahweh, is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instruction in righteousness, that the man of Yahweh may be perfect, thoroughly furnished unto all good works.
There you go. So all scripture is given for correction, instruction. All right, doctrine. And that's how we teach one another. That's how we build one another. That's how we keep ourselves in line, man. Because you look up when it says the law, statutes, and commandments. That word statute basically means a boundary, man. All right, The statutes of boundaries where we can't go outside of, man. And we keep each other in line with that. All right, through these scriptures. All right, and that's the love, man. It says that thou shalt rebuke thy neighbor and not suffer sin. I think that's Leviticus.
Yeah, I was just thinking that in my head.
That's why it came to me. It's the spirit. This is Leviticus 19 and 7. Oh, I don't know how I felt this came. Leviticus 19:17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor and not suffer sin upon him. So look, as men of Lord, man, we should love each other, man. It says to have fervent love. We should be warming each other up.
Hey, that's what the brother Gabaria put on the comment board. Romans 12, 10, and 11. It says, be kindly affectioned one to another with brotherly love and honor, preferring one another. That word prefer goes into lead, being that example. It says not slow.
Provoke to them good works.
That's right. That's right.
Hey, and you guys got a problem with Pastor Hart 3 videos a week decree. Hey, guess what? He led us by that example. He said, look, y'all did 3. I'm showing y'all did 21 in this 1 week. He preferred us. He showed us the right way, man. Provoke to good works. How you taking that as a big deal, man? That's a man trying to keep you warm. Here we are in the valley of the shadow of death, so it's cold as fuck out here. Because the love many shall wax cold. Here you are, you got men showing that true love, that fervent heat, that love, and you mad at it. He telling you, you got to be on fire. Go ahead, Salaki.
No, it says, I'm gonna just finish scripture you had. It says, not slothful in business, fervent in spirit, serving the Lord. And he looked at that word fervent in the Thayer definition: to boil with heat, be hot used or metaphorically used of boiling anger, love, zeal.
That's right. That's right. And it says, prefer one another, not slothful in business, fervent in spirit. So the brother is supposed to be on fire to help the other brother be on fire, being an example of fire, man.
Mm-hmm.
Keeping each other up.
Because the word is fire.
That's right.
The word is fire, man. In Isaiah, the Lord, he said he put a burning coal on his mouth, and he was cleansed. That represented the word, man.
Hey, yeah. And we're supposed to be that same fire. We're supposed to be what? That children of light. All right? Like it says, that the candle, all right, that's on display, man. So we are supposed to be that fire. Not to say the candlesticks, the witness in Revelation. I think I'm butchering 2 different scriptures in Revelation, man, but we are the witnesses, man. The candles, man. So we got to keep each other going.
Right. That's right. This is because like I said, the word is fire. Ain't that in Jeremiah? If a brother can grab that.
Yeah, I got you.
These people with stubble, the word is fire.
It's Jeremiah 5. And 14. Wherefore, thus saith the Lord, thus saith the Yahweh power of hosts, because you speak this word, behold, I will make my words in thy mouth fire, and this people wood, and it shall devour them.
And how do you get that fire? Well, Romans 10 says what? They come by preaching, man. You know, preaching what? The word. Putting this fire on brothers, man, so they can get hot. Spreading that love. Is more in there?
What is it on there?
All right, I'm holding Acts 2, because ultimately, like I said, the spirit is the word, and the word is fire, man. This is Acts 2, and get straight to the point. In verse 3, and there appeared unto them cloven tongues like as a fire, and it sat upon each of them. And that was the gift of the Holy Spirit coming down upon them, man. And it said like as it was fire. You know, matter of fact, this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 20. It's Jeremiah 20 and I started 7. It says, "O Yahweh, thou hast deceived me, and I was deceived. Thou art stronger than I, and hast prevailed. I am in derision daily. Everyone mocketh me." So Jeremiah was like, man, like, well, why is all these people coming against me, man? You know, I'm supposed to be standing doing showing them the right way. Like, Lord, why is this so? Right? It says, for since I spake, I cried out, I cried violence and spoil, because the word of Yahweh was made a reproach unto me in a derision daily. Right? It says, then I said I would not make mention of him, nor speak any more in his name. So Jeremiah was like, look, man, they giving me hell for teaching, man. You know what? Fuck these niggas. I ain't gonna teach. Right? It says, but his word was in my heart as a burning fire shut up in my bones, and I was weary with forbearing, and I could not stay. So if you really have that that zeal, if you really have that passion, if you really have the Holy Spirit upon you, man, and you're gonna, hey, when Apostle Tahar made that decree, you should have got charged, man.
Hell yeah.
You should have been like, oh shit, hell yeah, you know. Because it said what, man? It says that I was weary and I could not stay. It was like a fire shut up, man.
Job said that same thing, man. Said it's like wine and
On my belly, yeah, ready to burst.
ready to burn, man.
You know, and that's the zeal, man. That's that fire. You know, babe, but you can only have that fire if you abide. This is I read Acts 2 and 3, and it said there appeared unto him cloven tongues like as a fire, and it sat upon each one of them. Right now, that cloven tongue is them speaking different languages through the Holy Spirit, man, that was given them. Right. This is St. John 14 and 17. I started 16. It says, I will pray the Father, he shall give you another comforter, that he may abide with you forever, even the Spirit of truth, whom the world cannot receive, because it seeth him not, neither knoweth him, but ye know him, for he dwelleth with you and shall be in you. I will not leave you comfortless, I will come to you. So the Holy Spirit is the Spirit of Yahweh Shai, the Spirit of truth. John 14 and 6, he said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. Right? This is, I'm going to jump to 15 and 1. It says, I am the true vine, and my Father is the husbandman. Every branch in me that beareth not fruit. Why? Because they don't have that fire, man. It says, he taketh away. And every branch that beareth fruit, he purgeth it, that it may bring forth more fruit, man. So you got to abide in that vine. What's the vine? You got to abide in the word, you know, to keep that heat going, to keep that fire going, man.
So your candle be not put out.
It is.
That's what it says in Revelation.
That's right.
I'm gonna grab it.
I got two precepts. It's Revelations 3 and 15. It says, I know thy works, that thou art neither cold or hot, or what thou were cold or hot. So then because they are lukewarm and neither cold or hot, I will spew it out of their mouth, man. So when you come to this truth, you gotta be on fire, man. Either you're gonna be on fire for this thing, or you're gonna be cold. Because if you the Lord not dealing with a lukewarm person. It ain't no in between, man. Either you're gonna be hot for this thing, or you're gonna be cold. Period. And if you cold, you know what, go back in the world, man. You know what, go back in the world. But this 1 Thessalonians 5, and I'm gonna start at 11. It say, wherefore comfort yourself, edify one another, even as ye do also ye do. And we beseech you, brethren, to know them which labor among you, and are over you in the Lord, and astonish you, and to esteem them very highly in love for their work's sake, and be at peace among yourselves. Now we exhort you, brethren, warning them that are unruly, comfort the feeble mind, support the weak, be patient to all men. And that's what you have to do, man. When you see a brother slipping or falling, you got to make sure you exhort that brother, man, so that brother can know you have his back, so he'll comfort, man. Edify that brother. If he's slipping in this type of part in the scriptures, help him up so that he can be better. That's the type of brother love that we folk to have, man.
Yeah, you put that fire on his ass, man. You know, the brother read the Revelation, and it said that I would that he were rather hot or cold. You know, So you got to put that fire onto it, brother, man. Hey, and if that ain't working, you know, Yahweh Shah gave a parable about it. You know, you brothers ain't got nothing. This is
Oh,
it's like,
to come out.
No, go ahead, bro.
Y'all just saying you worded weird.
this is St. Luke 13:6. It says, he spake also this parable. A certain man had a fig tree planted in his vineyard, and he came and sought fruit thereon and found none. Right? So this guy was lukewarm, getting cooler and cooler by the day, right?
This is a spirit, because what you finna talk, this is the dung about it.
Yep.
I was mentioning that earlier, and I was dealing with them. We was breaking bread, man. That's a spirit, because that's what we doing, man. We came in, we planted, we sown, we ourselves are plants, man. All right, said break up the follow ground of thy mind.
That's right.
So we're plants. All right, and you know the fruit will be growing some, you know, and it may slow down, it may stop. It's your job to make sure you prune it right to provoke more growing. All right, it's your job to make sure you fertilizing it, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, adding the right amount of water. You got to be doing those things, man, to help it grow, man. Yeah, that's a spirit. I literally was going. I didn't bring that precept up. I mentioned the dung, but you got to put the fertilizer. I thought about the dung about it. It's a lot. It's just a spirit.
No, hey, it's cold, man. Hey, because in John 15, the Lord said if it bear not fruit, he cut it off and take it away, like we just read. But he said if it's bearing fruit, he purges it so it can bring more fruit. That's pruning it, man. You know, it's verse 7, St. Luke 13, verse 7 now. Then said he unto the dresser of his vineyard, behold, these 3 years I come seeking fruit on this fig tree and find none. Cut it down, why cumbereth it the ground? You know, it just waste the space right there, man. And he answering and said unto him, Lord, let it alone this year also, till I shall dig about it and dung it. And if it bear fruit, well. And if not, then after that, thou shalt cut it down. So that's what we doing, man. Provoking unto good works, man. That's you, like the brother said, you putting the fertilizer, you dunging in the pot, you know, pruning and clipping the little excess twigs, you know what I'm saying? So it can produce more fruit, man. And if you do all that and it's still an unfruitful ass tree, well, wait, hey, what did John say? He said the axe is laid to the tree, man. You know?
This is Galatians 6:1. Brethren, if a man be overtaken in the fault, ye which are spiritual, restore such a one in the spirit of meekness. So, you know, a brother may start slipping, he ain't doing his videos like he should or something, anything, whatever the fault may be, he may go off it, whatever, you know. But IJ says what? Ye that are spiritual, restore such a one in the spirit of meekness, right? So, hey, you don't be puffed up by helping that brother, oh, he fucked him, did this. No, you want to restore him, man. But you understand that the flesh fucks up. You're like, look, I ain't shit either, man. Look, this is the right way to do it. What the bam, you pick them up, man. All right? And for love's sake, at that as well, man. Knowing yourself ain't shit. Hey, you're getting one another's burden and so fulfill the law of Mashiach. All right? So we got to bear one another's burden, man. We got to help each other out, man. Come build each other. Look, brother, you slipping. Look, this is what we're going to do. Of course, that prayer, you know, send prayers up for one another, man. It says the fervent, there you go, the fervent prayers of a righteous man availeth much.
That's it.
So we got to pray for one another, man. All right? And then also, hey, look, yeah, you said, look, come through. Yeah, come through on these such and such days when we're going to break this bread, we're going to do this, walk the bam, we're going to do this lesson. You know, start provoking the good works. You know, get them by guile if you have to. Like I said, I've gotten some of you by guile. Oh, yeah, come through, man. We're going to have, you know, some drinks and shit. Hey, you ain't like, you're going to have some drinks right there. But first, look, we're going to deal. What's up? Let's break this bread. You know? That's we got to do that, man. And Paul said, I became all things. You know? And it says, to condescend to men of low estate. That's what we got to do, man. Now, like I said, if the fruit don't produce after you dunk about it, then it's out your hands. But we gotta actually have that amount of love in us. We want to see this brother make it. Man, we gonna come deal with you in this type of way so you can make it. We're gonna pick you up. We're gonna lay together so we can build this body heat up, man. This is Galatians 6:2. Bear you one another's burdens and so fulfilled the law of Mashiach. All right, because what did he do? He had that love. He went laid down his life for us. Right? But what else he say? These are the 2 laws. To love Yahweh with all your heart, soul, and then it said the second is like the first. To love thy neighbor as thyself. Shit, what do you want somebody to pick your ass up? You start to tweak. You want them to take that time and be patient with you, to rebuke your ass, to put that fire back on you, man, so you don't fall off. That's the same way you want to do it to the brothers. No, yeah, you could be doing this better. You can come on, look. Let me show you it this way. You know, you will expect the same thing. But if a man think himself to be something when he is nothing, he deceiveth himself. So look, just because you got it, hey, don't ain't the end all, man. You got to be helping your brotherhood out, man. Helping your brethren out. It ain't just about yourself, man. And you think, oh, I got it, well, shit. Hey, the Lord will cast your ass out.
That's right. Hey,
right.
As it is written, he that thinketh he stand, take heed lest he fall.
That's right, come. That's right. Verse 4. But let every man prove his own work, and then shall he have rejoicing in himself alone and not in another. Every man shall bear his own burden. Now, that's the balance to it. We help each other, we bear one other burden. But look, you still got to deal with your own shit. I can only do so much. I'm going to lead you this way. You know, like the saying, you can bring the horse to the water, but you can't make him drink. I can help you out and show you this way, build with you, read what you cut you with the scriptures. All right? Be patient and meet with you, but then you gotta also do on your own, bear your own burden, man. All right, you gotta do it and handle the things yourself too, man. So you can rejoice in your own works. So it ain't no just he just a weak brother. All right, let me do it. I'm gonna do this, and he ain't got no, man. At some point, that growth must happen. Shit, damn, that's the precept you brought up, precisely, man. All right, let him that is taught in the word communicate unto him that teacheth in all good things, man. All right, so we got to be dealing with one another, man. All right, it says to communicate with him that teaches good things, man. We got to be breaking bread with one another, man. This ain't a thing when you live into yourself.
Man, the brother mentioned about though you matter of fact, I'm just reading. This 1 Corinthians 13, I'm gonna start at 1. It says, though I speak with the tongues of men and of angels and have not charity, and charity is what, man? That fervent love for one another, man. Right? It says, have not charity, I am become a sounding brass or a tinkling cymbal. And though I have the gift of prophecy and understand all mysteries and all knowledge, and though I have all faith, so that I could remove mountains and have no charity, I am nothing. You know, that fervent love, that fervent heat, man, toward Joachim. Because it said, how can one get a heat alone, man? That's showing that charity, man. It says, and though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor, and though I give my body to be burned and have not charity, it profiteth me nothing. You know?
Right. And love feast, man. That fervent love one towards another. That shit, well, scroll up. If it's in the spirit, then we just read them out. The brother want to see your face, but scroll up. It's the brother Gabardi.
Okay. No, the brother was putting up a couple precepts, so I just, like this Jeremiah 23 and 29. Is not my word like as a fire, saith Yahweh, and like a hammer that breaketh the rock in pieces? You know, the word is fire, man. It's fire, man. Hey, the scripture speaks about us as lively stones, you know. And then in Ezekiel, when it speaks about the anointed cherub that covereth, it said that he walked among the stones of fire. We are those stones of fire, man. We're you know, we're supposed to be fervent. We're supposed to be hot. The brother gave the example of the candles. You know, a city that is hid, that is set on a hill cannot be hid. It's like it.
Hey, I got this. This Revelation 2 and 5. Remember, therefore, from whence thou art fallen, and repent, and do the first works, that labor of love, the first works, man. All right, that charity, that love feast. All right, or else I will come unto thee quickly, and will remove thy candlestick out of its place, except thou repent. So like the brother said, yeah, with that fire, man, and the Lord said you don't do these things, there'll be a fire that's put out. He'll take that candlestick right out the way, man. Shit, Proverbs 13:9. The light of the righteous rejoiceth. And so the light of the righteous rejoices, man. The men of the Lord, that's that fire, that light, man, they keep going, they kindle. Right? They build one another up, they last, right? But the lamp of the wicked shall be put out. That's just that simple, man. If you're not doing what's required, if you let that pride seek in, man, and pride is the beginning of pride is a one turns away from his maker. Yep. So let that pride sink in, man. All right, guess what? You're gonna be a put out candle. We gotta fight that pride, man, because it's always there. The flesh is always battling the spirit, but we gotta fight it, man. All right, so we don't be a put out candle. How about shall not shall forbid? Go ahead. Yeah, put some more. What was that Toby you put?
This is the book of Tobit 12:6. It says, then he took them both apart and said unto them, bless the Most High, praise him and magnify him, and praise him for the things which he hath done unto you in the sight of all that live. So like it is good to praise the Most High and exalt his name, and honorably to show forth the works of the Most High. Therefore, be not slack to praise him.
That goes back to being fervent.
That's right.
One out of cold, man.
That's right.
Ain't no in between with the Lord, man. The Lord will spew your ass out, man. Which means he gonna give you a fucked up judgment, man. He'll give you a fucked up judgment because you want to play around. He gonna spew out like a disgusting thing. Like we had brothers came around, they just fell out. They just decided to be cold. But then we had certain people that had to get put out. And they got really bugged out. Terrible fucking judgments, man. Really bugged out, man. You gotta fight to be on fire, man. All right.
I got a couple pieces of it's Acts 14 and 22. It say converting the souls of the disciple and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we much through much tribulation enter in the kingdom of Yahweh, man. Hey, because you gotta understand, we all fuck up, right? We all go through our trials and tribulations on this world, but we gotta exhort one another to continue in this faith, man. Because shit get hard, man. Hey, you don't think Damon fuck with us, or Damon say you don't know this or you don't know this type of scriptures? And hey, that's why we got the argument, or we got these scriptures for comforting, man. We gotta keep pushing, keep exhorting one another so that we can continue in this thing, man. Especially the more and more the knowledge that you understand, the more and more demons fuck with you. And this second address, 12 and verse 30, it say, I'm gonna read down to 34. It say, it's sanctified that these are they who the Most High have kept into the end. And this is the small kingdom of the full of trouble that thou seest. And the lion which I saw risen up of the wood and roaring and speaking to the eagle, rebuking her for the unrighteous of all the words which thou hast heard. This is the anointed which the Most High had kept for them, and for their wickedness unto the end he shall reprove them and shall upbraid them with their cruelty, right? For he shall set them before him alive in judgment, and shall rebuke them and correct them. Meaning the people that the brethren that's going to get right, the people that's going to hit his truth and understand it, right? This verse 4. For the rest of my people shall be delivered with mercy, that thou be been reserved upon my borders, and he shall make them joyful until the coming of the day of judgment. So if you being reproved, you being rebuked, and you understand and you steady fighting, and you was going to be reserved and be kept for the joyful, the coming of the Lord, man. It say the joyful into the coming of the day of judgment, where I have spoken from the beginning, man. Because we all know the judgment's coming, right? We all know that the Lord is about to return, right? So either you want to get right now, or because that door of repentance is open. Either get right now, or you gonna die, man. Hey, you don't want the Lord. Hey, the Lord say, the terror of the Lord we persuade men, man. So therefore, you need to get right now. We exhort one another right now, man. Hey, this shit ain't a game. The Lord can kill you. Just like what, a couple days ago? Oh well, yesterday, a man just died on a train from it's so cold and being in Chicago. Hey, man, this shit is no game, man. It's getting real. It's getting heated up. Martial law is here. The UN is here. Well, they talking about it, but we know it's here. Hey, that's why it's even more now, man. The time is now for the Lord to turn, man.
Right. And that's part of exhortation too, man. You know, rebuking one another, but also giving them comforting words, man. Simply put, to build one another up, whichever way is needed, man. All right, whether it's that they need a rebuke or whether it's they need to hear good words, man, to boost their faith, to boost their confidence, man. All right, so they can go harder and be on point in this truth. This is 2 Maccabees 15:7. That's why I said, man, if a man stumble, you bear his burden. If you see your brother, you know, start you slipping, it's your job to build him up. Right here in Maccabees, he was on, you know, he was filled with the faith. What did he do? He built this man up, right? 2 Maccabees 15:7. But Maccabeus had ever sure confidence that the Lord will help him. Wherefore he exhorted his people not to fear the coming of the heathen against them, but to remember the help which in former times they had received from heaven, and now to expect the victory and aid which should come unto them from the Almighty. So he boosted them up, man. Like, look, he built their faith up. Look, hey, how about Shemai Shai is going to help us, man? You know, look what he did in the past. Did he not deliver us out of Egypt? Did not he just help us defeat these different people in these different wars we had? Now he get us out this jam, get us out that jam. He built them up, man, putting them back in remembrance to and faith in how about Shemai Shai, man. And so comforting them out of the law and the prophets, and withal putting them in mind. Putting them in mind of the battles that they won afore, he made them more cheerful. And when he had stirred up their minds, he gave them their charge, showing them therewithal the falsehood of the heathen and the breach of oaths. So he boosted their spirits back up, man. All right? He gave them the word, and they was recharged, man. That's what we got to do, man. Sometimes, you know, Satan can be on a brother heavy. All type of shit can be on him, man. And you got to boost them back up, man. Through the spirit, man. All right? Comfort them with the words, man. The scriptures. All right? Yeah, he got to bear his burden. We got to bear our cross, but we help one another out. We keep each other going. Brother stumble and say, what? We pull him up.
That's why the Lord said he loved a cheerful giver, man.
That's right.
Hey, it's crazy. When a brother calls, and scripture say if a man want to go a mile, you go twain with him, man. So when that brother calling, you should be at his aid, man. We all here for one another, man. We all want the same penny, man. Trying to get the fuck out of there, man. So lift that brother up.
And brother may not call, you just notice some shit. You don't just let you don't let the brother spiral into destruction, man. It says all scripture is good for doctrine, reproof, and correction, man. So it's our job to be on them, man. And you ain't gotta, you know, through the spiritual, you know how to handle it, man. It ain't always just a curse out. Sometimes it may need to be a curse out. Sometimes it may need to be, you know, you get some down. Look, brother, you're going through this, we all go through it. You go to scriptures on what the bam, keep that faith. Hey, pray to how about show me how shine. Look, did he not do this for you? Now you go through this. All right. Well, hey, brother, come through, chill with me for a minute. We're gonna, you know, talk with the fam. Come through, y'all chill, y'all hop in the spirit, break some bread, do some videos. You know.
And the thing is, when it comes to this truth, we are soldiers. You know what I'm saying? Like, we are really true soldiers. And the thing is, being soldiers, you look out for each other, man. And when you see people, you know, your brothers messing up, you know what I'm saying? Of course, you get on them through the scriptures and stuff like that, but you build that brother back up. You know what I'm saying? It's all about being brotherly and looking out for each other, man. Because we all we got, man. Because it's basically us against the world, man. You know, it's us, the brothers, Yahweh Shemai against the whole fucking world, man. against the other nation, against Esau, against 2/3 of our people, against even these other Israelite camps, man. We all we got, man. At the end of the day, man.
Yeah, something that brother put in the scripture.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, it's spirit.
I was gonna start down further,
That's the
but
second time y'all did that tonight.
this is First Maccabees 2, and the brother put 27. I'm gonna start at 26. It says, "Thus dealt he zealously." He had that fervent heat, that fire. Because the brother looked up, what was that word? Yeah, I think it was fervent. And one of the definitions was what? Zeal. You know, and it said he dealt zealously. You know, yep, right here. You know, boiling, metaphorically used the boiling anger, love, zeal. You know, he had that boiling anger. He had that zeal, like Yahweh Shai said, "The zeal of the house is eating me, man." That's that fire, man. You know, Paul had that fire when he went to Athens and he seen all the people giving. Yeah, man. It's the same thing that Jeremiah had, man. That fire within him, man. You know, this is First Maccabees 2 and 26. It says, "Thus dealt he zealously for the law of the Most High, like as Phinehas did unto Zambri, the son of Salom. And Matthias cried throughout the city with a loud voice, saying, Whosoever is zealous of the law and maintaineth the covenant, let him follow me." You know, like Joshua said, "As for me and my house, we're going to serve the Most High," man. Having that fire, having that zeal, having that passion, having that love, man.
He said, "Let them that have that same zeal, let them, follow me." We're looking for like-minded men.
That's right.
Not lukewarm men. Like I said, we're gonna be hot or cold, man. Now, our job, of course, is the coals. We gotta heat the other coals up. So we're gonna build one another up. That's our duty.
Mm-hmm.
But we're all to be zealous.
That's right.
That's what Apostle Hart did, man.
Yep.
And Sirach tells you if you got to serve, you give them labors. And it says that he ain't doing those labors, as Apostle Hart kept saying, brothers in GMS got their hands in their pockets, doing videos. It said if you're not listening, then add more labors into them. So guess what? Now you got 3 videos in the week. That's scriptural right there.
It did say, it said put on more fetters.
Yeah, man. It said go hard on them, man. Right? That's scriptural, man. And that was him being a code to build you up. And if you're not going to deal with it, guess what? That means you're warm. All right? That's the whole point. Where's the candles, man? It said the Lord is going to search Jerusalem with candles, see the men who settled on their leads, man. See those men, get comfortable and relaxed in this place, man. Getting comfortable on the plateau they on. That ain't about that, man. We're always to be growing. All right? A fire is always growing, man. If it's shit in the way, the fire's going to burn to it, consume it, man. Look at them forest fires in California. That shit could have started from one fucking cigarette. One spark.
Okay.
And it grew into how big. That's what fire does, man. It grow and consume everything. Only thing it don't consume is itself. So you're gonna be fire and get consumed by it, man.
That's right. That's right. Good.
This Acts 22, and I'm gonna start at the top and say, "Man, brethren and father, hear ye my defense will I made now unto you." And when they heard he spake in the Hebrew tongue to them, they keep the more silent. And he said, "I am verily a man, which I am a Jew, born in Tyrus, a city of Caesar, yet brought up in the city, and I felt of Galilee, and taught according to the perfect matter of the law of the fathers, and was zealous towards Yahweh as ye are this day. And I persuaded this way into death, finding and delivering to the prisoner men and women, man." And that's the type of spirit we're supposed to be, man. We're supposed to be zealous for this thing into death, man. Go hard on, man.
Hey, that's crazy because that's where I was gonna go in Maccabees, but I'm gonna hold that to the brothers mentioned about the more fetters in Sirach. This is Sirach 33. I'm gonna start at 24. It says, "Fodder, a wand, and burdens are for the ass, and bread, correction, and work for a servant, man. You see? It says, if thou set thy servant to labor, thou shalt find rest. But if thou let him go idle, he shall seek liberty. Like these guys out here, you ain't doing nothing. Guess what they're gonna want to do, man? They're gonna look at the word as a burdensome stone, like it says in Sirach the 6th chapter, if I'm not mistaken. You know, they're gonna cast it all off them or it belong. You holding it? Shit, I don't know.
You got
I thought you said yeah.
I think you said Sirach 6.
He was holding Sirach 6 though.
I think like
yeah.
we read it earlier.
Like 20.
It'll be left side of the page.
Come.
Sirach 6 and
18?
20.
Yeah. This
Matter of fact, started 19 like the brother said.
this Sirach
We read
6.
this earlier.
Oh, y'all read it earlier. Damn.
Oh, bro, this is spirit, man.
This Sirach 6 and 19 coming to her as one that ploweth.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Ploweth and showeth.
But that ploweth and soweth, man. That's work. That's work. So when you come into this faith, man, hey, your first mindset should have been, nigga, I'm finna work.
All right. And then look at the analogy it's using, plowing and sowing, man. This is mean you're gonna labor, but you're laboring to build what? A plant, to take care of a plant, man. All right, what you yourself is one of those plants.
Yeah.
All right, and the man you deal with is a plant, man.
The Lord said, I have lent out my vineyard to keepers. You know, like you quoted earlier in the book of Hosea, it says, break up your fallow ground. You know?
It say water, and you should water yourself, bro.
Yep, I got that too. This is Proverbs 11 and 25. The liberal soul shall be made fat, and he that waters shall be watered also himself.
That's it.
All right.
That's it. And how do you water, man? Deuteronomy 32 and 2. My doctrine shall drop as the rain and shall distill as the dew. This is all work, man. You see? Go back to that Sirach.
And wait for her good fruit.
Call it out.
Come. Sirach 6 and 19. You start over. Come unto her as one that ploweth and soweth.
Right, man. So right here, this ain't no hangout. This ain't no boys club.
Right.
Or nigga, we just get together and eat chicken, and we read out of the scriptures on Saturday. No, man. Come unto her as one that ploweth and soweth. Hey, and the brothers out in DC, the elder brother Prashai, did a beautiful lesson, man. The title of it was what? Hey, the Lord requires more of you than just camping videos, man. You know? Man, it's a lot that comes with this truth, man. You know? Go ahead, bro. Knowing how to make the right decisions in your everyday life. Knowing how to deal with brothers. Knowing how with people. I was just gonna say that. Damn.
A lot of times it says, especially them that are without.
That's right.
Know how to deal with the fucking cops and niggas, you know, hate the police, right? And look, you gotta know how to be, hey, wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove. Look,
that's right.
What's up? Hey, officer, you're doing a good job, man. I know you're doing your job. Here you go. Hey, keep protecting me and you. Shit.
Right.
Bitch, let's leave, son of a bitch.
Hey, remember a couple years back, we was out in front of your crib, and the police pulled up on us.
Oh, no.
And like 2-3 of them was like women, and then it was the other one, you know what I'm saying?
I was leaving all their car and shit.
Yeah,
I was having a great time.
Talking shit. I like a woman in a uniform. You know what I'm saying? Just talking shit, man. Being coy, man, using wisdom. You know, this is different things that that you learn through the spirit, man.
So like the scripture said, be wise as a serpent.
Right. You know, this ain't a thing. It's just cussing out Esau. Esau, you the devil. No, it's more than that, man.
Yeah, right. All this wisdom that you're reading about, and you have to start to apply it. Now, it you know, it's gradual, man. But you got to grow and learn these things. But you got to start to apply it, man. And that's labor. That's what he's going into right now. How to get this wisdom to meet you in every thought. You got to come with that mindset. Like, I got to work. And that the biggest work is working on your own mind.
Man,
your mind, break up your mind and follow your fellow mind, man.
That's right.
That's the biggest piece of work.
That's right.
Disciplining your goddamn self. What did it say? Put a door upon my lips and a bar. Put a door and a bar upon my lips.
Yep.
You know, that's the biggest thing. So then you can know how to answer. And the answer don't just mean speak out your mouth. It means how to react in situations, how to move wisely.
Knowing how to talk in season.
Mm-hmm.
Keep going.
Right. Know how to talk. Talk in season, like it says, man. A saying in a wise saying in a fool's mouth is never in season, man.
Hold on. Hey, this the Elder Yaki.
Yeah.
You on, Elder? Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Shalom. I give you a bunch of your Good. Tuning in, man. Y'all brothers on fire over there. The spirit, you'll be around up. Also, just watching the other videos before I say y'all come on, man. And it's true, man. It's comforting to hear these words because, we all get fucked with. And you have your whatever, if it's doubt or if it's, questioning or whatever it is, what I'm saying? We all get fucked with. But when we hear the brothers, man, and we hear the truth and we hear that word, man, it's so comforting, and then you back in grandstand, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, man, it's beautiful. That's why the scripture talks about, and this is the rest, and Isaiah 28, this is the rest, which we call the weary to rest.
That's right.
And it is just beautiful, man, because really, at the end of the day, you die, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's just that, and you have to be spiritual about it to really understand it. That's why I want to get a couple scriptures real quick about me. 1 Corinthians 2 and 14, one of the, staples. But the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of God. So the things of the Spirit of God is what you really want to receive. But the natural man can't receive it. All right? He can't. Okay? It says, for they are foolishness unto him. All right? The carnal man, the natural man, the things of God are foolishness unto him. Neither can he know them. Because they, the things of God, are spiritually discerned. Right? They're spiritually discerned, and you just got to be spiritual. And a beautiful thing you had put earlier in the group about the blueprint. So I want to just read that real quick. And just straight up. It's 2 Peter chapter 1, and 4. It says, "Whereby are given unto us exceeding great, precious promises." And that's what we really need, though. When we hear the brothers and we make sense. The thing is, people had our mindset, and did the things, our actions, man. This place would be cool. You know what I'm saying? But of course, it's not like that. But we right now are sacrificing everything, and we're just chosen to be. We're standing in our lot, basically, if we endure to the end. All right? So, but the thing is getting these promises, man. It says, whereby are given unto exceeding great and precious promises. All right? This is going to be the blueprint to get those, especially on the first go round. All right? Without having to go through the wrath below it. All right? We don't want to go through that. All right? That can't downplay that. Like some cats have. Well, it's right anyway, so I might as well have my foreign eye, and I'll still be in the kingdom. Niggas are dumb. And they natural. You know what I'm saying? They carnal and don't understand what that entails. But let me carry on. It says that by these you might be partakers of the divine nature, having escaped that is in this world through us. And besides this, giving diligence, add to your faith, right? So you're going to have faith in this thing, And you're going to show your faith by your works. Y'all been talking about the works for a while. Okay? And add to your faith virtue. Right? Having morality according to the scriptures. Morals according to the scriptures. Not according to what they say is morals. All right? But according to the scriptures. And how you should conduct yourself, how you should be in this world, how you should think in this world that we in right now. All right? So adding to the faith, live according to the scripture, and to your add to your faith virtue, and to virtue knowledge. So how you gonna get that? By, for one, being in the midst of the elders, also reading, studying, you know what I'm saying, yourself, right? And then the Most High giving you that increase by you reading and studying and learning and staying in the nest where your elders are, all right? Because the scriptures talk about that. Verse 6, it says, and to knowledge, temperance. So now you know you're going to add to your knowledge, you're going to add some balance to everything, because there's a balance to everything. All right? So you're going to add to the knowledge temperance. And to temperance, patience. So now if you're patient, that means you're going through something. And you're keeping your integrity and you're keeping your faith. Like the scripture say, like the brother Malachi read, hey, through much tribulation shall we enter into the kingdom of heaven. All right, so we're going to go through the tribulation. But through the tribulations, we're gonna keep our faith, integrity. We're going to still be a brother. We're going to go through all these things, knowing that we got to go through. Right? I know I'm a little L-dub right now, but I'm almost done, brother.
Hey, it's all good.
It's and add to knowledge, temperance, and to temperance, patience, what you're going through, and to patience, godliness. All right? How the scriptures say that one that is an Israelite, a righteous Israelite, all right? Someone that has hope to be saved is going to be godliness, all right? And to godliness, brotherly kindness. Another thing y'all been talking about, you know? So you lifting your brother up, helping your brother out, doing the best that you can if you have, are you capable of doing it, all right? And being a brother. And being a brother also, you know, hey, when you're down, you know, shoulder, you know, you helping out, you lifting up, you exhorting, like you say, you know, get on your hands, you know what I'm saying? You know, all that. That's you know, that's brotherly love to sit up here and, hey, man, you know, you got to rebuke when you got to rebuke, exhort when you got to exhort, you know. Lift up when you gotta lift up, help out, whatever, you know, whatever the case, love, you know, and then add to your brotherly kindness, charity. And then that's love right there. And that's doing the work. We out here doing the work. This is what we gotta do. So that if these things be in you and abound, and y'all been talking about growing too. Growing in the faith, growing in the knowledge, growing in, you know, just everything, you know. For if these things be in you and abound, they make you that ye should never be barren, nor unfruitful. So you ain't gonna be barren of this knowledge. And it says, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of a time and the strength of salvation. So you ain't gonna be barren of that. You're gonna have the wisdom and knowledge. Right? If you're doing all these things, that's what the scriptures talk about. Examine yourself. What are you in the faith? Are you in it to say, yeah, I cut you? You in it to be like, yeah, I know all this. I know all that. Are you in it for any vainglory? Right? You gotta examine yourself. Whether you be in the faith. And these are the ways to examine. Stop looking at, like the brother called it, the blueprint. You know what I'm saying? It says, for if these things be in you and abound, they make you that ye neither be barren nor unfruitful in the knowledge of our Lord, Yahweh Shah. no unfruitful. Right? So now you're taking that talent and you're going to, get that usury that Yahweh Shah requires. It says, but he that lacketh these things is blind. He cannot see of the Lord and have forgotten that he was purged from his old sin. So for the rather, brother, get diligent. Get diligent. All right? And I'm cutting myself saying that. Get diligent to make your calling and election sure. For if you do these things, you should never fail. So, like you said, that was perfect that you put that in there earlier. But this is it. The blueprint. You know what I'm saying? And, we just got to continue to love on each other, do what's right, have our mind right, and break it about it, man. So, I know it was L-Dub, man, so like it. But I'm going to let y'all go ahead, back on fire, brothers. Shalom, y'all must have shine.
Hey, y'all was from your shop, break a thought. Yeah, beautifully said, man. Yeah, man. Hey, and like the elder said, to brotherly kindness, charity. There go that word charity again. That word charity is a love feast. That love feast is what, man? That's fervency. That's hot. It's a love feast, meaning it's abundant. That's that fervency, man. That's that passion, Go back to that Ciroc, brother.
I'm gonna start back over. It's Sirach 6:19. Come unto her as one that ploweth and soweth, and wait for her good fruits, for thou shalt not toil much in laboring about her, but thou shalt eat of her fruits right soon.
Right. So it tells you faith is beginning one cleaver to his maker, man. So look, you come into this thing with the mindset you gotta labor. All right, we take that mindset. It said you ain't gonna have to labor too much for you start eating of them fruits. All right, so immediately you start gaining a little. You may get one fruit on the vine, 2 fruits on the vine, 3 fruits, like Yaki said. Having faith, add virtue, then add knowledge, then add temperance, then add patience, add godliness, then add brotherly kindness, and then add charity. All right, but it starts with what? Having that faith. All right, then virtue. So if you're gonna start getting that right away, man. But you gotta continue to labor. You gotta keep adding those things, keep growing, keep abounding, keep being diligent, man. With that same mindset you came in with, basically, man. It said, well, you're gonna have to plow and sow, man. Don't dumb about it. Keep pruning it, making sure it's well kept, man.
That's right. I got a couple precepts real fast. Swift up.
You're right. Go ahead, Swift.
This is Acts 18:25. It says, this man was instructed in the way of the Lord, and being fervent in the spirit, he spake and taught diligently the things of the Lord, knowing only the baptism of John. If I'm not mistaken, this is Apollos, man. It says what being fervent in the spirit, man. You understand? Being hot in the spirit. This is Colossians 4:12. It says, Epaphras, who is one of you, a servant of Yahweh Shai, saluteth you, always laboring fervently for you in prayers, that ye may stand perfect and complete in all the will of the Most High. And that's what we doing, man. I'm gonna read that again. Colossians 4:12. Epaphras, who is one of you, a servant of Yahweh Shai, saluteth you, always laboring fervently for you in prayers, that ye may stand perfect and complete in all the will of the Most High, man. And that's what Apostle Sahar was doing when he made that decree through the Spirit, man. You see? This is 1 Peter 1:22. It says, seeing ye have purified your souls in obeying the truth through the Spirit unto unfeigned love of the brethren. Unfeigned love, man, meaning sincere love. Not no fake bullshit that we know certain niggers did, man. Those niggers that's crept in unawares, you know? But having sincere love toward the brothers, man. Unfeigned, right? It says, unfeigned love of the brethren, see that ye love one another with a pure heart fervently, man. Hot, on fire. And that's that brotherly kindness to charity that the elder just read, man. You see? Being hot in this thing, man. Hey, because there's two places in Sirach. I believe it's Sirach 24 and Sirach 33, if I'm not mistaken. But it says that I have not labored for myself only, but for all those that seek learning, man. All those that seek wisdom. Paul said, I endure all things for the elect's sake, that they may obtain the salvation that's in Yahushua. You know? Being hot, man. Being fervent. But go ahead back into that, brother.
Verse 20.
Call it out again.
Okay. Sirach 6:20. She is very unpleasant to the unlearned. He that is without understanding will not remain with her.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're being slothful, you're being lukewarm, you're being cold, hey, this wisdom not gonna sit with you, man. Right. And that's the plan. Keep going.
He that is without understanding will not remain with her. She will lie upon him as a mighty stone of trial, and he will cast her from him. Error it belongs.
Right, man. Because guys look at this like a burden. Yahushua said, look upon me because my yoke is easy and my burden is light, man.
That's right.
The Lord said, I believe it's in the book of Isaiah, but the Lord said it is a light thing for you to be my servant, for you to restore the tribes of Israel.
And what is that called, man? You actually love your nation. You want to fucking stay here? Hey, fuck, is it Hosea? It's not Hosea. Haggai. It says, look, consider your ways, man. It's time for you to build your concealed house while this house lie waste. This house lie waste, man.
Right.
If you love your brethren, you love your nation, what you gonna do? You're gonna build them up.
That's right.
You're gonna be on fire to do this work, man. Shit gonna come your way. And what does it say now? Hey, greater love have no man than this, to lay down his life for his friend.
Yep. So
fuck whatever I'm going through, man. Look, I'm gonna continue to edify one another, man. I'm gonna continue to be Lord willing, be that proper example to the brotherhood, man, on how to serve you, how Bashem, how shine sincerity and truth and with all faith, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we can get the fuck out of here, so I can build my brethren up, man. Fucking wake up the hope for elect. All right. So we can get the fuck out of here, man.
Hey, here it is out in Chicago. It's fucking like -3 or some shit, right? How many of our people is homeless right now in this blistering ass cold?
That's right.
Now, mind you, the windshield is something totally different.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So if the regular temperature is negative something, imagine the windshield. And then all the homeless jakes that's downtown by the lake.
By the lake.
Even over east. Because over east by Lakeshore Drive, all that Stony Island over there right there. The lake is right there.
Mm-hmm.
The lake is right there, man.
Yeah, so imagine our people, man. See, a nigga don't think about these things, man. The state of our nation, the things that our people going through, man.
This is 1 Thessalonians 2, and I'm starting at 14, man. Shit. Yeah, I'm starting at 14. Man, it's all good though. For ye brethren became followers of the churches of the Most High, which in Judea are in Mashiach Yahushua. For ye also, which means, hey, look, we got to be leaders, man. For one, we all follow men, because it said you follow the churches, all right? And what does that mean? We, as being part of the church, all right? We got to lead men. As we're part of the church of GMS Chicago, we got to lead the men that that comes around in this particular church.
Hey, these fucking niggards, man. They so fucking blind, man. They don't see how fucking stupid they are. was not, the scripture says what, man? That Yahweh Shah came into the flesh. He was a man. So these would be the same whole ass niggas back during the time of Yahweh Shah talking about, I ain't gotta follow man. I ain't gotta follow no man. Dumbass niggas, man.
In fact, I'm gonna start up the verse. Look at this, verse 13. For this cause also thank we the Most High without ceasing, because when ye received the word of the Most High, which ye heard of us,
woo, there
right,
it is.
right. Ye received
pages,
right, pages.
Pages. Oh, the pages was out on the highways and hedges teaching you, man.
Right. Hey, yeah, the pages was, man. It's called the body of Yahweh Shai, man.
That's
he's
right.
the word.
That's
What we work with. That's what we make up, man.
That's right.
Yeah, now deal with that, man. Hey, we counting out robbery. For this cause also thank we the Most High without ceasing, because when you received the word of the Most High, which ye heard of us, ye received it not as the word of men, but as it is in truth the word of Yahweh, which effectually worketh also in you that believe. All right. So it's not, we're not preaching of our own selves, man. You receive this as the word of the Most High, and it's the truth that we speak, that we handle, as we handled from the beginning, man. We put together this planet and everything else, man, from the command of Yahweh down to Yahweh Shai, man. For ye brethren became followers of the churches of Yahweh, which in Judea are in Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. For ye also have suffered like things of your own countrymen, even as they have of the Jews, who both killed the Lord Yahweh Shai, and their own prophets have persecuted us. And they please not Yahweh, and are contrary to all men, forbidding us to speak to the Gentiles, that they might be saved, to fill up their sins always. So we got niggas always trying to stop the word, trying to stop us from teaching, shut down our pages, reporting us, sending people to men's jobs and offices, man. All right, to start stop from preaching this word, right? For the wrath is come upon them to the uttermost. But we, brethren, being taken from you for a short time in presence, not in heart. So whatever happens, man, Jake want to set the brothers up, try to put the info out there, try to get them locked up, all type of shit. Look, it don't matter what it say. We're still there in heart, man, with the brethren, man. Right? Endeavor the more abundantly to see your face with great desire. Wherefore we would have come unto you, even I, Paul, once and again, but Satan hindered us. For what is our hope? Right? What is our hope? Our joy or a crown of rejoicing. All right? What are we happy about in this truth, man? While we in America, what keeps us going? All right? All right, that hope is one thing. All right, it says that joy was that crown of rejoicing. What is it though? Are not even you in the presence of our Lord Yahweh Shai Mashiach and his coming? That keeps us going, man. So hopefully the brethren can make it with us, man. As much as I want salvation, I want to see every man in this room make it with me, man. That's the brothers on the comment boards, the Yaki that called, and all the brethren, man.
That's right.
That's the rejoice, the hope. That's part of hope. We ain't just hoping, no, I hope I can make it. Hell, everybody else, hell no. Hope they can make it. It's just I can make it, man. That's the second commandment. To love your neighbor, you love yourself.
That's right. So
if I want that man to make it as much as me, I'm gonna have to exhort him. The same comfort I desire from the spirit when I'm dealing with myself. All right, when some shit is heavy on me, the same rebuke the same rebuke that I give myself, man. Hey, I beat myself up a lot in the head, man.
Yeah.
All right, and that's just what the fuck it is, man. The same way I'm on myself, that's how I'm on the Akia, man. And I hope they be on me to catch whatever the fuck I miss. All right, to catch whatever the spirit want them to the spirit set up, so I don't get from the spirit that he put on them, man, so I can get it, man. That's the righteous smite me. So it's a chastening of yourself, wanting chastening from the men of the Lord, and you chastening each other, man.
That's
We
right.
want to keep each other on point. That's our hope, our joy, our crown, and rejoicing. All right, seeing these men make it, man. Seeing these men endure, man. Just as I'm enduring, we're enduring, man.
Hey, if I may, I get this.
Let me this last verse. For ye are our glory and joy, man. That was the last verse, bro.
That's it. That's it. Hey, but it said, though we make gone for you in presence, but you still there in heart. Right. This is 2 Peter 1, and I started 12. It says wherefore I will not be negligent to put you always in remembrance of these things, though ye know them, and be established in the present truth. Yea, I think it meet, as long as I am in this tabernacle, to stir you up by putting you in remembrance, knowing that shortly I must put off this my tabernacle, even as our Lord Yahweh Shai has showed me. Moreover, I will endeavor that you may be able, after my decease, to have these things always in remembrance. You see? So even if a brother ain't there physically, man, you know, like say something happened to our apostles, Lord forbid, but the things they taught us, man, the things that they put to our remembrance, man, are still here. You see? Was you done in that, Sarat?
Yeah.
All right, I was holding.
I got
Double check.
real quick. Make it swift on.
Swift.
It's Wisdom of Solomon 6 and 11. It say, wherefore set your affection upon the words, desire them, and yet you be instructed. Wisdom is glorious and never fell away, yet she is easy seen of them that love her and find that such as seek her. She prevent them that desire her and making herself first known unto them. So if you love yourself like you love your brother, you would desire this wisdom and want that same love that you was taught for that brother, man. That same wisdom, right? I'm gonna keep going. It say, whoever seek her early should find have no great travail, for she shall find her sitting at his door. To think therefore upon her perfection or wisdom, and whosoever watcheth for her shall quickly be without care, man. Hey, for she giveth about seeking such as are worthy of her. So wisdom going to be finding, like, who's worthy of me? Who's going to keep loving me? Who's going to show that love towards me, right? It says showing herself favor unto them in the ways of meeting them in every thought, man. So you always have to bind this wisdom. Always got to absorb one another, right? It say for the very true beginning of her is the desire of discipline, and the care of discipline is love. The love is the keeping of the law, and giving heed unto her law is the assurance of incorruption. So you don't want to fall if you love wisdom. If you don't want to fall out this truth. That's the same thing with your brethren, man. You're gonna get at that love to them. You're gonna show them that correct way the living, man.
Comfort them when they going through that hell, man. Build each other up. Because in this First Thessalonians, man, and look, I'm gonna read this. This First Thessalonians 3 and 3. That no man should be. I'm gonna start at 3 and 1.
Yeah.
Wherefore, when we could no longer forbear, they couldn't make it. Paul wanted to get to Thessalonica personally, man. And here's why, man. Check this out. This is love, man. Wherefore, when we could no longer forbear, we thought it good to be left at Athens alone, and sent Timotheus, our brother and minister of the Most High, and our fellow laborer in the gospel of Mashiach, to establish you and to comfort you concerning your faith. All right. So Paul was like, look, we're gonna send Timothy to go ahead and comfort you there, man, to establish, make sure you stay rooted. Why? That no man should be moved by these afflictions, for yourselves know that we are appointed there too. Like, look, we gotta get up there to them, man. Should Satan fucking with us? Then we gotta really get up there. What can we do? We gotta make sure these men straight. Don't say to hell, he can't even make it. He said Satan hindered him. Be like, look, we're gonna send Timothy. Somebody gotta get up there to check on them. And down with that, Paul was really fucking worried. This was fucking like, this is my brother, man. He's gonna be straight. These are my brethren, man, right? But verily, when we were with you, we told you before that we should suffer tribulation, even as it came to pass, and you know. For this cause, when I could no longer forbear, I ain't no more, man. I sent to know your faith, lest by some means the tempter have tempted you, and our labor be in vain. So Paul is going through his own set of hell. He basically going nuts. Like, look, man, I gotta get to these men. I gotta make sure they straight. This is the ultimate example of the Ecclesiastes 4. Like, we got to make sure we helping them up, man. We got to make sure they established. They don't fall out, man. Satan is probably fucking with them. They probably getting weary. We got to get the fuck up there. But check it out. But now, when Timotheus came from you unto us and brought us good tidings of your faith and charity, and that ye have good remembrance of us always, desiring greatly to see us, as we also to see you. Therefore, brethren, we were comforted over you in all our afflictions,
Right,
and distress by your faith.
so that's like the apostles today out in New York, man. When they see brothers fervently in the spirit doing the videos, man, that comforts them. You know, they look at my boys. That's like a father seeing his son. You know what I'm saying?
Do it, man. Fight manfully, man. He was like, look, that comforted me, man. And y'all faith comforted me. I'm up here worried about y'all and shit. And he said, look, that comforted me in my afflictions. He worried about that. He going through his own hell. And he loved the brother so much, he basically now that's extra stress. He worried about them going through hell.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't thinking about himself. He thinking about them. He's like, that's a comfort, man. That's that love we're supposed to have towards them. That's the fervent love we're supposed to have, man.
Yeah.
He went out, he made sure they got checked on. He was ready to build them back up, man. Verse 8, 1 Thessalonians 3:8. But now we live if ye stand fast in the Lord. He said we live, man. That rejuvenated them. Like, shit, okay, it's my heart. I'm glad you're still going, man. Now I can live. You know, I can be eased, basically, man. But what thanks can we render to the Most High again for you? For all the joy wherewith we joy for your sakes before our power. All right? Night and day praying exceedingly that we might see your face and might perfect that which is lacking in your faith. He's still like, look, in his mind, he's still praying. Like, I want to get there to help build up whatever is left that they need so they can be rooted. He's like, my job ain't complete. I still need to go build these men up some more. To have, man. Ready to build each other up, man. All right? Now, the Most High himself, Yahweh, himself and our Father, not direct our way unto you. And the Lord make you to increase and abound in love one toward another and toward all men, the men of the body, man. Even as we do toward you. So Paul, look, that's how we to love each other. Y'all love the brother in y'all camp and the brother in the camps around y'all like the love I'm showing towards you. No, I couldn't bear it. I couldn't bear to wait any longer, man. I had to know if y'all was straight. Had to make sure y'all was on point. Had to come send Timothy and look, if they wasn't on point, look, comfort them, build them up, let them know, give them words, let them know this was the shit, this is what I was telling them about the whole time. Persecution was gonna come. All right, then they get the word they straight. Look how he rejoiced. Look, now I can live, man. Now I can fucking be at ease a little bit. I'm going through hell, but I feel comforted that y'all on fire still. That's the love we to have for each other, man. To the end, he may establish your hearts unblameable in holiness before Yahweh, even our Father, at the coming of our Lord Yahweh Shai, Mashiach, with all his saints, man. But that's the love we have, man, to hope for that same being firm and set as we hope for ourselves, man. So we can all be unblameable, man. We gotta build each other up to get to that level. We gotta be working with each other so we can be at that level, that unblameable level, man. All right, being holy, man. Guide each other to be holy and separate from this fucking present evil world, man. So we all can be rejoice when Yahweh Shai appears, man. The rest of the saints, man. So we can be up there with the apostles, man. You know, be up there with Captain Lee. You know,
Right.
Be up there with the brother from Holland. Man, I love that brother, man.
Right.
That's my brother, man. Be up there with the Akia, man. So that's the love we gotta have for each other, man.
Hey, this is 2 Corinthians 7:13. I start at 13. It says, wherefore, though I wrote unto you, I did it not for his cause that had done the wrong, nor for his cause. Matter of fact, I'm going to start at 11. Slacking. I'm going to start at 10. This is 2 Corinthians 7:10. It says, for godly sorrow worketh repentance to salvation, not to be repented of, but the sorrow of the world worketh death, like sincere repentance, man. In Sirach, it says that how good is it to show repentance when thou art reproved, right? That's putting the fire on each other. Hey, you ain't doing that right. You know. So it says, verse 11.
Right. It says there's a shame which bringeth Fuck,
It's a shame to sin, and there's a shame that bringeth righteousness, I think.
Right, something like that. It's butchered, but basically you can be ashamed. Now you're going off, or you can be ashamed. Cut, and now you on point. Like, damn, okay, to correct this. You get charged back up. So like,
it's all good. This verse, 2 Corinthians 7:11, it says, "For behold, this self same thing that ye sorrowed after, a godly sort, what carefulness it wrought in you. Yea, what clearing of yourselves. Yea, what indignation. Yea, what fear. Yea, what vehement desire." That fervent desire, man, because you don't want to fuck up again, right? It says, yea, what zeal. Yea, what revenge. In all things ye have approved yourselves to be clear in this matter. Wherefore, though I wrote unto you, I did it not for his cause that had done the wrong, nor for his cause that suffered wrong, but that our care for you in the sight of the Most High might appear unto you, man. The care that Paul had for the churches, man. The care that the apostles have for us brothers, man. Hey, if the apostles of heart didn't care, he wouldn't have gave a decree about making 3 videos.
Right, dumbass niggas. Oh, y'all under the burden. Y'all in captivity. Idiots, man. That's love, man.
Hey, Sirach says, put thy feet into her fetters and thy neck into her chain. Dumb nigga.
Hey, guess what, bro? That's what Paul said. I just read it in that 1 Thessalonians 3:12, man. He said, "The Lord make you to increase and abound in love one toward another." What's love? This labor that we do.
That's it.
So Paul is saying, "Hey, increase in it." He told him to increase in it, man.
Scripture says we are prisoners to Yahweh Shai. And Yahweh Shai set up men on
Context.
Right, not context. Context.
One-ass niggas.
It's 2 Corinthians 7, verse 13. Now, this is the point. It says, "Therefore we were comforted in your comfort. Yea, and exceedingly the more joy we for the joy of Titus, because his spirit was refreshed by you all." And it reminded me of when Apostle Ramla was out here. He was kind of homesick a little bit, and he had called home, and he had spoke to Apostle Gabar. And Apostle Gabar read the different scriptures about how Paul was refreshed when he visited the different churches and the different brothers, man. Refreshed how, man? It give you that fervency, like, damn, man, hey, this brother got me hot, man.
Mm-hmm.
That fire, that fervency, that love, that charity, man. Provoking one another to good works, man. Like on the basketball court, you know what I'm saying? You will see a nigga dunk, you throw him the oop, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, throw me back one, man, throw me back, How you taking turns? Fuck it, hey, you on a basketball court, man, taking turns. Hey, I'm a J on this nigga. I'm gonna cross this nigga. I'm a J on him. No, give me the ball. Let me do it. You know what I'm saying? On the same team, working together, man.
You got more of that?
No, that was it.
This is 1 Thessalonians 4. I'm starting at 1, man. Furthermore, then we be
Slacky. Bible shot. I'm gonna finish it. Slacky. 2 Corinthians 7, I read 13, I'm in 14 now. It says, "For if I have boasted anything to him of you, I am not ashamed. But as we spake all things to you in truth, even so our boasting, which I made before Titus, is found the truth." So Paul was like, "Hey, Titus, when you go there, man, them brothers, them brothers, they sincere brothers, man. They in the spirit, man. Them brothers heavy." You know what I'm saying? And when Titus got there, he seen it. He brought the Titus back to Paul, like, "Yeah, what you said was true. Them brothers hot in the spirit, man." It says, verse 15. It says, "And his inward affection is more abundant toward you, while as he remembereth the obedience of you all, how with fear and trembling ye received him." So these men received Titus, who was a man with fear and trembling, man. The same thing happened when Samuel walked into the city, and the elders said, "They comest thou peaceably, man." See, you whole ass niggas have no fear of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, man.
Spots, they are in your feast, man, even without fear.
Not afraid to speak evil with dignities.
Hey, but guess what? It's all good because the Lord finna come fuck y'all up, man. And don't worry about the credulity of them that trouble thee, man. Because you ain't got faith don't mean nothing, man. Hey, guess what? That it's like it does mean something. It means it's an evident token of your judgment,
Hey,
man.
that's what it is.
Like Peter says, I believe Peter.
It's
No.
one in I gotta grab it since you quoted it. Bible shot. Ephesians.
Okay.
Nope. Philippians. Damn. It's very cold. It's Philippians 1:28. It says, and in nothing terrified by your adversaries, and in nothing, you know, because the scripture says, if the Most High be for me, who can be against me, man?
That's right.
What can a man do unto us if we serve Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai? It says, verse 28, and in nothing terrified by your adversaries, which is to them an evident token of perdition. So it's an evident sign of your destruction, po ass niggas. It says, but to you of salvation and that of the Most High.
Right. Hey, this is 1 Thessalonians 4:1. Hey, yeah, man. So it's clear that you niggas like the Avenger, man. Hey, it's clear that you're gonna be destroyed, man. You do everything contrary to the scriptures, man. Just talking other men's lives. You actually went out your way to put out brothers' work information. You don't realize that you just committed a huge offense. Even if you thought we was the most wicked, look, it says, in Sirach, it says, whether friend or enemy, man, speaking out other men's lives. So look what you did. You're breaking actual commandments of living according to wisdom. It's evidence you're going to be destroyed. And what shows that, hey, we got the truth too. That's evident, man.
And the scripture said that if you offend one of my little ones, it's better than you, what is it, have a millstone tied around your neck?
That's right.
And thrown into the sea.
Yep. This right. This first stands 4:1. Furthermore, then we beseech you, brethren, and exhort you by the Lord Yahweh Shai, that ye have received of us how ye ought to walk and to please Yahweh, so you would abound more and more. All right, like the brother Yaka said, man. You read that 2 Peter 1. You know, the blueprint, man. So your fruit shall remain, man. You will never be unfruitful. Follow the examples that were said. Okay. For you know what commandments we gave you by the Lord Yahweh Shai, for this is the will of Yahweh, even your sanctification, that you should abstain from fornication. That every one of you should know how to possess his vessel in sanctification and honor. We're showing each other how to, starting with the apostles on down, man, showing each other how to bear this vessel in this present evil world, man, and being separate and holy. All right? This is what we learned, man, from the apostles, man. Not in the love of concupiscence, even as the Gentiles which know not the Most High, that no man go beyond and defraud his brother any matter, because that the Lord is the avenger of all such, as we also have forewarned you and testified. All right, so we, you know, this is basically going to brotherly love, how to deal with each other. But as brethren, hey, we should know that. For the Most High have not called us unto uncleanness, but unto holiness. He therefore that despiseth not man, but Yahweh. So look, all y'all just, man, look, you don't get it, man. We're despising the Lord, man, not just us. All right, it's his word that's working in us. It's his spirit that's working in us, man. Who hath also given to us his Holy Spirit. But as touching brotherly love, you need not that I write unto you. There you go. He said, look, you already understand the brotherly love. I just had to make that point, basically. Look, don't do all this to defraud each other, you know. You already understand that. Further on, man. Right? For ye yourselves are taught of the Most High to love one another. And indeed, you do it toward all the brethren which are in all Macedonia. They was dealing with, you know, like Chicago, Indiana, man. That's Thessalonica, Macedonia, man. You know, right there with each other. He's like, look, you showing that love to the Macedonians, but we seek you, brethren, that ye increase more and more. Going into that chariot love feast, man. Showing more and more love, man, to the brethren across, man. Wanting to put up them videos to exhort one another. You know, brothers can actually travel. You know, you got the means to do so, traveling to the camps, you know, to be in the presence of other men, building one another up, comforting one another, you know. And that's really it, man. That's it on that here. I'm gonna read 11 though. And that ye study to be quiet and to do your own business and to work with your own hands, as we commanded you, that ye may walk honestly toward them that are without, and that ye may have lack of nothing. All right. So we're required to labor in this thing, man. All right, so we can rejoice in our own works, like we read in Galatians earlier, man. All right, so we won't lack in anything. Add to your faith virtue, to that knowledge, temperance, patience, godliness, brotherly kindness, charity. We gotta put forth those works so we don't lack anything, man. So we gotta be meditating, working with our own hands, meditating, handling this word properly, man. You got something?
Yeah, I was just finish up this Sirach 33. Sirach 33, I'm gonna start at 24 again. It says, fodder, a wine, and burdens are for the ass, and bread, correction, and work for a servant. If thou set thy servant to labor, thou shalt find rest. But if thou let him go idle, he shall seek liberty, right? It says, a yoke and a collar do bow the neck. You know? Oh, what you fuck them niggas. I was gonna say what you say them niggas said, but fuck them niggas. It says a yoke and a collar do bow the neck, man. And what's that yoke? The yoke is wisdom, man. So are tortures and torments for an evil servant. And that's what's coming for you niggas. It says, verse 27, send him to labor that he be not idle. For idleness teacheth much evil, man. And that's why the decree came down through the spirit, man. I'm gonna read
to
that.
save your own ass.
Yeah, yeah.
It's for your own benefit. And you mad about that. And there you go. It shows them, for the most part, the men that really was going hard and scoffing because they ain't around no more.
Mm-hmm. That's why verse 25 says, but if the last part says, but if thou let him go idle, he shall seek liberty.
It says a child left to himself become headstrong.
That's it.
And are we not the children, man?
Yep. Yep.
Begotten by the gospel, through the gospel.
So verse 27 again, it says, send him to labor that he be not idle, for idleness teacheth much evil. And they got the old saying in the world, idle hands is the devil's playground. It's verse 28. Set him to work as is fit for him. If he be not obedient, put on more heavy fetters, man.
That's right.
You know? So you put more heavy fetters on. If that nigga still be disobedient, you excommunicate him. It goes to the parable of Dungan.
Yep.
You know?
Right. Yep. That first Thessalonians 5 says if a man walk himself, remove yourself from any disorderly man, you know, keep no company with him. Right? Note that, man, keep no company with him.
Yep. Mm-hmm. If any man obey not our word or this epistle.
Right, which lets you know, guess what? You gonna listen to men. Fucking assholes. You better say something else?
It's Luke 10 and 25. I'm gonna go to 27. It says, and behold, a certain lawyer stood up and tempted him, saying, Master, what shall I do to inherit eternal life? He said unto him, What is written in the law? How readest thou? And answering said, Thou shalt love Yahweh thy power with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy strength, and with all thy mind, and thy neighbor as thyself. It is, man. It sums it up, man. You gotta love the Most High. First off, you gotta fear the Most High, man, which is the beginning of knowledge, man, and that's the beginning of basically.
Fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge.
Huh?
You trying to get it?
Yeah, kind of. And that we're supposed to love the Most High. Basically, to sum up all the script commandments is to love the Most High with all your mind, mind and heart. You know what I'm saying? Which the heart is the mind. And love the neighbors, man, or your brothers as yourself, man. You know?
You gotta do that?
I guess I read. This is First Maccabees 3. Nope. First Maccabees 2. And
25.
Yeah, 25.
All right, 26, right?
Yeah, 26.
No, that's what I had already read.
I was gonna read it over.
Oh, no, I'll read it again.
No, I didn't know you had two in the same chapter.
Yeah, no, yeah, because it was something I wanted to get, but then the brother had posted
Bring
that.
it up,
We
man.
was in the same spot.
Yo, it's raw than I thought.
This is First Maccabees 2, and I started at 45 because the I started at 42. Yeah, 42. Man. This is First Maccabees 2 and 42. It says, then came there unto him a company of Assyrians who were mighty men of Israel, even all such as were voluntarily devoted unto the law, willingly give your things. The scriptures talk about taking the oversight willingly, not by constraint, right? It says, also all they that fled for persecution joined themselves unto them and were a stay unto them. You know, fled from persecution from what, man? You know, from these heathens, these Gentiles, man, coming into the faith, into the word, right? It says, so they joined their forces and smote sinful men in their anger and wicked men in their wrath, but the rest fled to the heathen for succor. And that's what we're doing through the spirit, man. We slaying you niggas, man. Hebrews 4 and 12. You know, the word of the Most High is quick and powerful, right? It says, verse 45, then Matthias and his friends went round about and pulled down the altars. That's what we doing, pulling down these strongholds, man. It says, and what children soever they found within the coast of Israel, uncircumcised, those they circumcised valiantly, man.
They was going around circumcised
Yeah.
ass, boy.
Hey, and that's what we doing through the spirit, man. We telling you, hey, we telling you people, man. Hey, that you Israelites, man. You know? And if Yahweh Shem Yahushua opens your mind to receive it, man, hey, your mind has just become circumcised. You see? It says, verse 47, they pursued also after the proud men, and the work prospered in their hand. So they recovered the law out of the hand of the Gentiles and out of the hand of kings, neither suffered they the sinner to triumph, right? It says, now when the time drew near that Matthias should die, he said unto his sons, now hath pride and rebuke gotten strength in the time of destruction and the wrath of indignation. Now therefore, my sons, be ye zealous for the law and give your lives for the covenant of your fathers, man. And like it says in Sirach, it says, train up a child. No, that's Proverbs. It says that he that teacheth his son grieveth the enemies, and that when his father passes, he leaveth behind one such as himself. Well, when you that second Maccabees you read, Judas was giving them that uplifting through the spirit. Hey, this is because Matthias, his father, did it to them. It's what we read right now. It says, now therefore, my sons, be ye zealous for the law and give your lives for the covenant of your fathers. Call to remembrance what acts our fathers did in their time, so shall ye receive great honor and an everlasting name. It says, was not Abraham found faithful in intentions, and it was imputed unto him for righteousness? Joseph, in the time of his distress, kept the commandment and was made Lord of Egypt. And these are all men who have everlasting names, man. For having faith in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, for having that fervent spirit, man, for having that charity. It says, Joseph, in the time of his distress, kept the commandment and was made Lord of Egypt. Phineas, our father, in being zealous and fervent, obtained the covenant of an everlasting priesthood. Joshua, for fulfilling the word, was made a judge in Israel. Caleb, for bearing witness before the congregation, received the heritage of the land. David, for being merciful, possessed the throne of an everlasting kingdom. Elias, which is Elijah, for being zealous and fervent for the law, was taken up into heaven, man. So being zealous and fervent for this word is what's going to give us beamed up. It says, Ananias, Azarias, and Mishael, by believing, were saved out of the flame. Here it is. We're in the fiery furnace now, man. We got to believe his word, man. We're going to be saved out of it, just like the three holy children were. Daniel, for his innocency, was delivered from the mouth of lions. The lion is who? Esau, man. Psalm said, break the teeth of the great lions, man. We pray that the Lord deliver us out of this, man, for our innocency. We're found innocent through what? Through the blood of Yahweh Shai. You see? It says, and thus consider ye throughout all ages that none that put their trust in him shall be overcome. Fear not then the words of a sinful man, for his glory shall be dung and worms. Today he shall be lifted up, and tomorrow he shall not be found, because he is returned into his dust, and his thought is come to nothing. Wherefore you, my sons, be valiant, and show yourselves men in the behalf of the law, for by it shall you obtain glory.
I'm gonna bounce around this Ephesians real quick.
Mm-hmm.
It's feel like the wind, dog. It's loud. It's Ephesians 4. And 1. I therefore, the prisoner of Yahweh, beseech you that you walk worthy of the vocation wherewith ye are called. All right, so we gotta conduct ourselves in a certain manner, man. Okay, and hell, that'll be that blueprint that the brother Yaki read, the elder Yaki read, and that wisdom of Solomon 7:6 that the brother Menaki read, man. All right, with all lowliness and meekness, with long suffering. And look, so we're not to be puffed up, man. All right, knowing that anything that we know is what we ought to know. This is from Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. All right, with meekness, with long suffering, forbearing one another in love. All right, so we gotta be patient with one another, man. Working with each other, building each other up, man. All right, in love, man. Endeavoring to keep the unity of the spirit in the bond of peace. There is one body and one spirit, even as ye are called in one hope of your calling. One Lord, one faith, one baptism. And that's the thing, man. If we're one body, guess what? As you're gonna walk around and fucking, you don't want your hand to be attached to your body. You don't want your arms attached to your body. You don't want your knees. So if you're part of the body, you want your brethren to be on point with you.
Right.
They part of the body. You want the body to be straight, man. You want your eye to be just black and shit, man. You want to let your face get beat up? No, man, it's bugged up.
Even down to the eyelashes.
Right. Right. You that's some nigga woman shit. You want to cut your eyelashes off, man? Cut your eyebrows off, slack, and then
Right.
draw them on, draw some fake ones on. No.
Right.
You want to build the men of the Lord up, right? I'm gonna skip to verse 12. For the perfecting of this, I'm gonna start at 11, Salaki. He gave some apostles and some prophets and some evangelists and some pastors and teachers for the perfecting of the saints. That's what we call this thing to do, man. We're called to perfect one another, man. For the work of the ministry to serve one another, man. For the edifying of the body of Mashiach, to build one another up. That's what we're called to do. In love, man. Till we all come in the unity of the faith and of the knowledge of the Son of Yahweh, man. Unto a perfect man, unto the measure of the stature of the fullness of Mashiach. So our job is to build each other up, so we, as a unit, we actually form that the stature of Yahweh Shai, man. We got to go out there and reach the elect, get those, like we building that building, man, those lively stones, man. Go out there, get the elect, build one another on top of each other, making sure we're increased and growing properly, man. So we can all play our part, being perfect in Yahweh Shai, so we can fully form Yahweh Shai, man. Basically like Power Rangers, man. You know, you got when they call the dinosaurs and shit, they got to turn into that one big ass Megazord.
Oh, yeah.
That's what we're doing, man. We turn into the one big Megazord, man. Yahweh Shai. All right. So we got to be on point to do that, man. Till we all, verse 14, that we henceforth be no more children, tossed to and fro, and carried about with every wind of doctrine. But it is telling you that we have to do this to each other. We got to build each other up so we don't get carried into these weird doctrines. We got to keep each other from stumbling. We got to edify one another. We got to keep each other on fire. We got to exhort one another. Satan may be trying to fuck with a brother, having his sins weigh him down. Hey, it's your job to comfort him, man. Restore him with meekness. You know? Every wind of doctrine by the sleight of men and cunning craftiness, whereby they lie in wait to deceive. But speaking the truth in love, may grow up into him in all things, which is the head, even Mashiach. So we do this out of the care, man. We make ourselves like a sacrifice out of love we have for one another, man. All right, so we desire to build one another up, man. So we all can to make it together, man. So we all can be that perfect man, forming that perfect man Yahweh Shai, man. From whom the whole body fitly joined together and compacted by that which every joint supply it, according to the effectual working and the measure of every part. So we all got to play our part, man. We got to work together like a well-oiled machine. All right? The effectual working and the measure of every part. Right. You are the part of the Megazord that controls the right arm. You may be the Yellow Ranger that controls the left leg or whatever, man. All right? You got to play your part, man. Working in the measure of every part, making the increase of the body unto the edifying of itself in love, man. So that's our job, man. We build one another up, man, in love. So we all can be perfect. So we all can receive that salvation. So it ain't about, you just make a video, a sit down. No, man, for one, you got to make sure it's edifying. All things that's edification. All right? It should be building somebody up, exhorting the brothers, preparing them for something, prophesying so they can know what's coming. All of that is included. And then dealing with each other personally, man. In the intimate moments, man, a brother going through hell, all right? Or a brother may be straight. He may be feeling good. He feeling too good. Now he may start getting comfortable in this place. You got to remind him, no, you're going too far to the world, man. No. Use the world. Don't abuse it. Come do these sit downs. No, bro, look, fuck that shit. Hey, look, that's going to be there later. Come deal. All right? I'm telling his ass, look, you need to be taking care of business, man. You ain't doing your sit downs. You ain't reading, having the spirit working out. That's our job to do that, man.
Right.
That's also part of it, man. Teaching each other, hey, you can be in public. A brother can do something bugged out. You gotta let them know, no, that's not how we behave ourselves, amongst the outsiders. All that's part of it, man. It's like young little L Dub, man.
I got this 1 Corinthians 1 and verse 10. Because you said that we all supposed to be together. We have each one play their own part. They say, now I beseech you, brethren, by the name of our Lord Yahweh Shai, that ye all speak the same thing, that it be no division among you. And that's the thing. When we come to this knowledge, when all of us have to speak the same thing, we all got to be what? On one accord, man. We can't be out here teaching the people one thing and then another brother saying another. Now we confusing them, man. That's why I say that it have no division among you, but you be perfectly joined together in the same mind, in the same judgment, man. On one accord, man. That's how important to build one brother up, man. Because you don't want to be going into one scripture and he's breaking it, you breaking it down, then he like, no, that's not how you break it down. You have to have that sample of them that without, so that they all speak the same thing. Yes, man. And scripture say, can two walk together and let there be agreed? We have to be on one accord, man. That's how the Lord set this thing up, man. That's fine.
You got something that we're supposed to be sparked up off the precepts. We keep it going. We'll keep going. Boot it up. Hey, get that Matthew 24. Oh, you got something? Go ahead.
That's Philippians.
This.
Check it out.
Yeah, this Philippians 2:2. Fulfill ye my joy, that ye be like-minded, having the same love, being of one accord, of one mind. Yeah, man, the thing is, we, like the brother said, man, we got to be on one accord, man. And that's something that, you know what I'm saying, the true men of the Lord, you know what I'm saying, have, is being on one accord, being that one body of Yahweh Shai, man. Mm-hmm. And that the other camps don't have, man. That's why they like be getting into it with each other, man. You can literally see them crumbling into pieces, man.
Right. Because what you say, that one mind having that love, that same love. Mm-hmm. We love each other the same way we love ourselves. We all feel like that, man. So look, what do we all want? The same salvation for each other. Same salvation for one another.
It's just like a computer, man. The thing is, when it's all working on one accord, everything flows smoothly. But the thing is, if like this doing that, and it's going against each other and shit, it's gonna fucking freeze up and fucking crash.
That's right.
All right, man. Hey, speaking of freezing, get that mattress 24.
Which one start at?
Man, just go to look.
You got it. Bring it up.
20, right?
You had something, man?
Go ahead.
Go ahead, get that.
This is Matthew 24, verse 20. But pray ye.
Start up a verse above it, man. Start up 2 verses above it.
Matthew 24 and verse 18. Neither let him feel return back to take his clothes. And woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days.
This is for the most part, 70 AD. But the scriptures, like it says with Solomon, it's the wisdom maketh new in every generation, man. But the same thing, when that time to fade, to hell with this world, man. You can't be like wife looking back. And this shit is already done. So look, we ain't looking back. There's no looking back, man. We ain't trying to go back to the no, fuck that. And Paul says the fashion of this world passed away. So when this shit really comes, man, the Lord puts on a move, fuck all this shit. We ain't looking for trying to get the Xbox and shit. It's over with. Like it's be a flood and shit.
Niggas still in TV.
Right, niggas still in TVs and shit. Look, when shit the fan, we ain't worried about that shit. We looking forward to the kingdom of heaven, man.
It's a power outage and shit. Niggas
Right.
selling Xboxes.
It should be back on soon. I'ma sell this shit. Dumbass nigga, man. Go ahead.
Verse 20. But pray ye that your
You ready, 19?
I read it over. It's Matthew 24, verse 19. And woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Shabbat.
God, hey man, that's a true saying. Cause niggas is fucking freezing to death down here in Chicago.
Literally.
Like the nigga just froze to death. This shit is happening, man. All right, man. I mean, yeah. Oh, you laughing? Yeah, I'm laughing, man. Shit. Proverbs the first chapter is laughing at their calamities. So hey, look, man. Hey, the Lord's gonna protect his elect one way or another, but this fucking cold ain't nothing to fuck with, man. All right. But maybe how about Shamar the Akim that's dealing with this Arctic blast that's coming down, man, from the East Coast to the it's a whole portion that's covered. So hey, maybe how about Shamar Nawah, man? This bugged out. Motherfucker so cold, sharks is coming up on shore, frozen, man, dead from the cold. So cold, motherfuckers throwing the water in the air, it froze in mid-air. All right, so cold that the fucking glass was cracking on certain windows. The goddamn glass was just cracking, man. So hey, maybe how about you try to bless the brethren, man, that's dealing with this Arctic blast. Just as basically the Lord is showing these seasons, man, like the hurricane season. Look, the brothers had to deal with that. The Lord is showing them signs, man. He's bringing some harsh weather conditions out here. All right. Now through faith, this period of time, the Lord's going to deliver us. This ain't saying it's just the seeds what motherfuckers going to die. 2/3 will die, but the elect should be straight. But hey, it's a hill, man. Make sure I say that because they say it's supposed to be next week, right?
Mm-hmm.
Another Arctic sweep, but it's supposed to be colder than this week. So that's what Esau say.
Yeah.
What Esau no shit. It's all the power of the Lord. Yeah, but look, through faith and prayer, the Lord can pour that back.
That's right.
But the point is, and pray for the brethren, man. Hey, the apostles up on the East Coast supposed to be sweeping across the East Coast too. We got the brethren up there on Jersey, the brothers in Canada. It's fucking freezing. In fact, to get with the cup in the water was Canada. The brothers in Detroit. It's fucking. We gotta pray for the brothers, man.
That's right.
Right. Shit. I'm sure I missed some brothers, some more camps on the East Coast that's up there in northeast area, man. Where it's
you got the Great Waters Camp.
Damn.
They in upstate New York.
Yep.
The brothers in Pennsylvania. You know, there's a couple spots up there.
Right.
Yeah, Baltimore. That's Maryland. That's over there in the east. Yep.
So hey man, y'all about to shop Barack and Awa Washamar and man, which is bless us and keep us, man.
That's right.
Protect us. Hey, just like y'all about to Shamar call now, man. All of us, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
They did just like when those wildfires was going on. You know, I was on the polo with the brothers, and they was like, "Yeah, we see the smoke up here and shit." You know what I'm saying? Hey, we was praying for them brothers, man.
Weird. That's why I said call now. All the brothers across Shamar call now about call Akim and Baal and Zah, man. You know, protect all of the earth, man, because shit is happening, man. This shit's gonna kick off, man.
Mm-hmm.
And this weather just a sign of it, man, because the earth is mourning. So it's in hell right now.
Hey, just like I showed you on the Google Plus, because you know it was all that misinformation about how the UN was deployed on the troops, on the streets. You know, so like how the UN was deployed on the street, and there's brothers on the the Google Plus that was saying they pray for them brothers out in Chicago. You know, it's rough out there. You know. And I ain't want to have them brothers thinking, you know what I'm saying? So I told them like, nah, them fuckers they ain't on the streets, man.
Right.
You know, it ain't nothing deployed. That was misinformation. Which, hey, we know the UN troops is here. But are they deployed? Are they setting up martial laws? They ain't doing that.
They ain't put it out there yet.
Exactly.
They here. They got their vehicles and shit ready. And we gonna end on this Isaiah 23 or something. 24 started at 4. Well, this is the signs of what's happening, man. This shit, the earth is mourning. This shit is through. It's fucking for reason. The nigga's really fucking dying. It's that cold. Motherfuckers is dying, man.
Waiting on the train.
It's that fucking cold, man. Pumping the gas, bro. Only $20 by the time before it finished. Fucking face was numb as hell last night, man. It's fucking freezing out here.
This Isaiah 24:4. The earth mourneth and fadeth. The earth mourneth and
I'm freezing now. Shit. Go ahead.
Shoot, yeah, we are freezing now.
Go ahead, bro.
Isaiah 24:4. The earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languish and fadeth away.
All this shit is bugged up, man. Hurricanes, earthquakes, goddamn birds ain't flying in the right direction. This fucked up. These birds is up here dead, man.
Yeah.
They ain't never make it south. Esau fucked the shit up so bad. They was up here squawking above us. Not too long ago, man. Damn ducks calling and shit.
Yeah. Geese.
Yeah.
Yeah, these motherfuckers they supposed to be down south, man.
Chilling.
Damn frozen to death, man.
Well, not chilling.
They chilling all right. They chilling right now.
Chilling now.
They definitely chilled.
They chilled, goddammit. Motherfucking dogs is dying. Dogs is dying. Like this shit is bugged out. It's fucking freezing, man. Go ahead.
The haughty people of the earth do languish. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. Therefore hath the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left.
There you go, man. So the earth can't contain too much more of this shit, man. So what's next? The curse of the missiles coming, man. All right, the curse of the curse of these heathens, or them chariots coming with that fire. That's all that's left, man. The rest of these prophecies of death and destruction got to happen, because the earth is at its end, man. Earth is fucking through. Damn volcanoes ready to erupt. Goddamn, it's no more fucking basically collagen in the damn earth to take all the oil out. These damn earthquakes, everybody's talking about tectonic plates breaking off. All right, the earth is fucking done. Esau has destroyed the earth. Revelation said it, man. So what's left? This shit got to be reset. The game start freezing on your Super Nintendo. What you do, you hit the reset button. You take it out, blowing the cartridge, man. That's what happened. Hit the reset button and blowing that cartridge, man. That blowing is that wind of destruction, man. All right. So I just be charged, man. You know, brother, man.
It's all good, shit.
You like anything else?
I guess I read it.
Yeah.
This is Isaiah 52:5. It says, "Now therefore What have I here, saith Yahweh, that my people is taken away for naught? They that rule over them make them to howl, saith Yahweh. And that's what the dogs dying, people dying. You know, it says, saith Yahweh, and my name continually every day is blasphemed. Therefore my people shall know my name. Therefore they shall know in that day that I am he that doth speak, because it is I. How beautiful upon the mountains are the feet of him that bringeth good tidings, that publisheth peace, that bringeth good tidings of good, that publisheth salvation, that saith unto Zion, thy power reigneth, man. And that's what we doing, man. Preaching the good tidings that, guess what, man? We ain't got to worry. Hey, the brother read and said what? That the earth mourneth and fadeth away, man. And when we ruling, man, when the righteousness is established upon this earth, man, that won't be fucking going on, man. Esau playing with the goddamn harp and shit, man. That's why it's so goddamn cold, man. He dropping the temperature, right? Raising the temperature in other places, causing hurricanes and tornadoes and earthquakes and shit, man.
This is Proverbs 29:2. But when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear forth, the people mourn.
Hey, and that's good news, man. That's the gospel. That's the good tidings, man, that we're bringing. This is back in Isaiah 52, verse 8 now. It says, thy watchmen shall lift up the voice. With the voice together shall they sing, for they shall see eye to eye when Yahweh shall bring again Zion. It says, break forth into joy, sing together, ye waste places of Jerusalem. For Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai hath comforted his people, he hath redeemed Jerusalem. Yahweh hath made bare his holy arm in the eyes of all the nations, and all the ends of the earth shall see the salvation of our power.
Right. Shit is fucked up. That's the only thing that's left, man. All right, I got one for you. This is Joel, the one, and I'm gonna start at 9. The meat offering and the drink offering is cut off from the house of Yahweh. The priests, the Lord's ministers, mourn. Now, you know, this is manifold. Of course, we were trodden down and the truth was barren. But this was more, you know, this was heavy in effect then, man. But even as of now, hey, look, the men of the Lord is few, laborers are few, man. All right, you know, and we ain't in our land. We ain't over there in the temple, man. This has been destroyed, right? The field is wasted, and we are mourning, man. Hey, we still in hell, man. It says what? We die daily, so we still in fucking hell. All right. It said we love not our lives unto the death. All right. So we fucking mourning, man. The field is wasted, the land mourning, for the corn is wasted, the new wine is dried up, the oil languishes, man. Because you know the word is coming out now, but guess what? The majority of our people is still fucked up. All right, we're still in a fucking pitiful case as a nation, man. Be ye ashamed, O ye husbandmen, how, O ye vine dressers, for the wheat and for the barley, because the harvest of the field is perished, man. And this is, and you know, this is, use this for now. You're starting to see what happened to America. All right, their economy is declining. All right, just as happened with Israel, shit started to go bad. You know, famines and dearth in the land. All right. Then what was spreading lies and wickedness, the truth was hidden. That's the spirit of America right now in the world. Lies is prevailing, all right? And the economy is actually going bad. The actual harvest, harvest is done. You know? The vine is dried up and the fig tree languisheth. The pomegranate tree, the palm tree also, and the apple tree, even all the trees of the field, joy is withered away from the sons of men. Everything is done, man. There's only death in the earth, man. There's no more joy. There's no more life and happiness as it should be, man. It's a fucking sad place.
Mm-hmm. And that's why glorious is the feet of those that preach the good tidings.
That's
man.
Right. That's right. We're right.
That this shit don't change, man. This shit ain't gonna be the same forever, man.
God, now people try it down. This is a blessing that the men of the Lord, starting with the apostles that are teaching this word, man. To proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord, you know, and his redeemed, man. You know, gird yourselves and lament, ye priests. How, ye ministers of the altar, come, light all night in sackcloth, ye ministers of my power. For the meat offering and the drink offering is withholding from the house of your power. So we still in the sad state, man. Our land is set up right, you know, and we building one another up, but hey, we are that spiritual altar. You know, we are that spiritual house, but we still in the sad, we still in the captivity. Like Isaiah the first had to say, heathens still devour our land, you know. Sanctify ye a fast, call a solemn assembly. Gather the elders and all the inhabitants of the land to the house of Yahweh, your power, and cry unto Yahweh, man. And that's what we're doing, man. We sighing and crying, man. And shit ain't right. You know? At last for that day, for the day of Yahweh, because we get in the kingdom, guess what? He's going to be bringing that sacrifice again, man. He's going to be bringing, he said we're going to suck the milk of the Gentiles. So right now we're in a sad case, man. This ain't happening. All right? At last for that day, for the day of Yahweh was at hand. And as a destruction from the Almighty shall it come. So when we seeing all this shit fail, the economy failing, all right, the harvest failing, the trees, fucking trees sad as fuck, the earth is in a low state. What's next? The day of the Lord, man. All right, destruction is coming, man. So any moment, Yahweh Shemashah can send that decree out, a fucking is that time, man. Release them 4 winds. Completely releasing that destruction come, man. We gotta be prayed up. We gotta have that spirit like this, man. Sanctify ye a fast, call a solemn assembly. We gotta have that in our minds, man. All right, repenting and praying, crying out to Yahweh Shemashah for protection. All right, because the shit is all type of shit happening. It's only gonna be crazier. And at any moment, hey, it's gonna be that time to make that move. All right, it could be fucking tomorrow, man, at negative 20 degrees. You know, and may Yahweh Shemashah bless. You know, hey, them brothers in Cali, they have to go right through that fucking the fire, man. How to sell it can get surrounded. Now they just trapped that. He saw the devil. He surround your ass. And now they got to get out some way, man. You got to be protected some way. You got to be prayed up, man, because that destruction is coming, man. All right? Earth is fucking sick. And all that happens is mourn. So what's next? That destruction. Salaki.
It's second Ezra 4 and
29.
no, I don't want to start up. But I'm gonna just get to the point. No, I'm gonna this is second Ezra 4 and 22. Then answer I and said, beseech thee, O Lord, let me have understanding. For it was not my mind to be a curious of the high things, but as such passed by us daily, namely, therefore, Israel is given up for approach to the heathen, and for what's called the people who that have loved us given over into ungodly nations, and why the law, the law of our forefathers brought to naught, and written covenants come to no effect. And we pass away out of the world as grasshoppers, and our life is astonished of fear, and we are not worthy to attain mercy. What he then do into his name, whereby we are called, of these things have I asked. Because Edris was talking to an angel, and he wanted to know all these things, man. Why is we in this state, right? They say, what will he then do into his name, whereby we are called, these things have I asked. Then answered me and said, the more thou search, the more thou shalt marvel. For the world hasted fast to pass away. And this world is hasting fast, man. Look at all these fucking birds that's falling out. Look at all these animals. Look at the fucking the wildfire. All these things is the world is hasting fast, is fasting to pass away.
Right. And he said, what's going to happen to the name of the Lord? Because Israel proclaimed it. Hey, for the most part, hey, our people are fucked up out here, man. Hey, our people are fucked up out here, man. And the way Esau's moving, he's trying to kill us off. Now, through the spirit, we know he ain't going to be able to do it, but he's attempting to kill us off, man. So it's like, hey, what only thing that can be left is the Lord come redeem us. That's it, because this shit is, the hell is too much now, man. You know? Not to the point we can't endure, but it's like, shit. The earth can't, it said no flesh can make it.
That's that's spirits, man.
Except for the elect's sake, man. He's going to shorten the time. Speed it up, man.
verse 27, and it say, and cannot comprehend the things that the promise to the righteous and time to come, for the world is full of unrighteousness and infirmity. But as concerning the things wherever that ask me, I will tell thee. For the evil is sown, but the destruction is yet not yet come. So with all these things that's happening upon the world, hey, but guess what? The destruction is yet not come. He's still finna bring them ICMB missiles over here to destroy and cleanse this land. It say, and therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, meaning the prophets to condemn this world, condemn the Esau, condemn everything that was set, basically set everything righteous again. And so if this don't be turned upside down, the Esau turned upside down, it say if the place where the evil is sown pass not away, then can nothing sown with good. So can the kingdom of heaven can come upon this filthy ass place, man?
Right. Destruction gotta happen.
And that's the end ball, man. If you got some.
All right, well, I get this, man. So we, just for the comfort, for the sake that we was talking about exhorting, so let like Paul said, I tell you these things to scare you, but to warn you, man. So look, that destruction is coming, but through faith, hey, Yahweh Shai is going to protect his elect. This is Isaiah 4:4. When Yahweh shall have washed the filth of the daughters of Zion, it's like when Yahweh shall have, when the Lord shall have washed away the filth of the daughters of Zion, and shall have purged the blood of Jerusalem from the midst thereof by the spirit of judgment and by the spirit of burning, so that great destruction, coming. The prophecies coming, then the great destruction, right? And Yahweh will create upon every dwelling place of Mount Zion, and upon her assemblies, a cloud and smoke by day, and the shining of a flaming fire by night. For upon all the glory shall be a defense. So wherever the men of the Lord are scattered, man, the Lord's gonna look out for them. It's like that we came out of Egypt. The chariot was a cloud by day, and a pillar of fire by night. He's gonna do the same thing. Wherever we at that period of time, we was together. Right now, it says wherever we are, man, he's gonna do that. The Lord's gonna look out and bless, man. And there should be a tabernacle for a shadow in the daytime from the heat, and for a place of refuge, and for a covert from storm and from rain. And so Yahweh Shai is gonna protect, he's gonna provide, man, deliver us, man. All right, but this hell gotta come, man. So it gotta get worse before it get better. That's why it's important. We gotta build one another up so we can all stand in that day, man. And that goes to Ezekiel 13. All right, it talks about the false prophets who candles gonna get put out. It said they did not stand in the gaps to prepare Israel to stand before the day of the Lord, man. So our job is to what? To prepare Israel to, like it said in Ephesians 4, to build one another up so we can become that perfect man, that perfect body of Yahweh Shai, man. Being the stature of Yahweh Shai.
This is Ephesians 6. This is Ephesians 6:13. It says, wherefore take unto you the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. And putting on the whole armor, man, is what? Well, first off, James the 1st chapter says, pray to if any man lack wisdom, let him pray unto the Lord. And then what you do, you search the scriptures, man. You watch the elders. You cleave unto him that is wise.
Oh, yeah, bro. All right. But you ain't read the whole armor.
This verse 14. It says, stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace.
That's right. And it basically it lines up with that 2 Peter 1, man. These are the things we need to have protected ourselves, man. To protect ourselves, to build ourselves up, to give that diligence to make our calling and election sure. Like it says, so it can be. It says so the gate, the entrance can be opened abundantly.
That's right.
It's a narrow gate we're entering in, but if you're doing those things, it says, look, it's gonna be an abundant opening. And look, hey, you gonna be able to get right in there, man. No problem.
It says verse 16, above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked, and take the helmet of salvation and the word of the Spirit, and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of the Most High, praying always with all prayer and supplication in the Spirit, and watching thereunto with all perseverance and supplication for all saints.
For all saints.
Yeah, that's for the brothers. You praying for the brothers, man. The lessons, the studying you doing. I have not studied for myself only, but for all those that seek learning, man. Being that example.
That's why you put out the Watchman reports, you know, what's happening in the world, you know, talking about the signs in the heavens, like the red moon that's coming up on the 31st, which is also a super moon, which is also a blue moon, all right, which lets you know Esau kingdom is done, because a blue moon only happens on Esau calendar. And so it's showing that this shit is through.
This is Judith 8:24. It says, now therefore, O brethren, let us show an example to our brethren, because their hearts depend upon us, and the sanctuary and the house and the altar rest upon us. And that's taking the oversight thereof willingly, man. You know, that's preferring one another. Like we said earlier, that word prefer means to lead, to go before, to show, to be that example, you know.
I'll let it go. All right, since you surround it, I'll read it. This Sirach 2.
Oh, that's the spirit.
This Sirach 2. No, I was like 7 to 18. Oh, 18. Yeah. And 17. They that fear the Lord will prepare their hearts and humble their souls in his sight, saying, who will fall into his hands? It's like, who will fall into the hands of the Lord and not to the hands of men, but as his majesty is, so is his mercy, man. So look, we see what's happening out here. We see the signs. Look, this place is going to be destroyed. Fuck falling to the hands of men. Fuck trying to make it in this place. The fashion of this world passed away, man. And our job is to have faith in Yahweh Shem Shai and hope for that mercy, and hope for that immortality, man. All right, go all out for this truth, man. All right. All right. So, you know, so with that, hope this is edifying, man. You know, so lucky for the long windness, but spirits like the wind. This is when we allowed to do it, so we got to get it out, man. You know, so lucky. But no, seriously, man, hope this is edifying, man. You know, a very exhorting video to you, brethren, man. All right, and you few whatever. So with that, hopefully all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai.
Double honors to the apostles. And salute you brothers doing this thing in sincerity, truth, and with charity. Shalom.
Shalom.
Let's talk about Apostle